Good morning, everyone. Welcome for the first time to Bazaar of Box in Strasbourg for our Sunday. It's modern today. Riley Knight alongside the Pro Tour Hall of Famer Raphael Levy. And Raph, down in the feature match area, a good mate of yours.
Julien Henry.
Yeah. You have a history with this bloke.
GP Manchester finalist.
A finalist? Okay.
Yeah.
Who was the other finalist?
Unlucky finalist.
The unlucky finalist. And who was the lucky finalist, Raphael Levy?
It was me.
Of course, Raphael Levy. There we go. The champion.
Unlucky because he had to play me.
Yeah, of course, mate. That's how people get the unlucky title in front of
He
their
was
names.
lucky during the game. That's
Yeah, but come on. All right, so Modern is the format today, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have a grand tour of Modern, and I can tell you already, just after we've scooted around the top tables already today, and around the top 100 or so tables we've got out there, and I can tell you, Nahiri the Harbinger. I mean, we're going to see a lot of her today. A lot. I saw a lot of Jesco decks out there, a lot of Emrakuls, a lot of Harbingers, a lot of Manalix, a lot of Negates, a lot of Dispels, a lot of Romance. I think it's going to be a day where we're going to see a lot of Ancestral Visions resolved.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, you were scooting around as well, having a look. What did you see out there?
I saw everything.
Everything.
Not only Nahiri.
No.
So just a modern format in all its shapes.
Yeah. I did see a lot of the. I kept an eye on some of the games. Oh, geez, some of the mirrors. Woo, Nahiri mirrors. Geez, they go for a long time. Geez, that's a slow. That is a real grind. That's a real grind, Raphael Levy. You wouldn't believe it. So we're going to see some of that, I'm sure, before the day is out. But we are going to check in with Julien Henry down in the feature match area as soon as the guys are ready today. I'm excited to see how Modern's looking. You know, it is, I think, in a pretty decent spot. We've had some bannings, some unbannings recently. Well, within the last couple of months, and things have settled down a little bit. People are taking stock of the format and getting to know where they are, and it's shaping up to be a pretty interesting tournament. We'll see how things shake out eventually. But as you say, a lot of. I guess I'm talking about Nahiri because it is the closest thing we have to a quote unquote new deck. You know, we haven't seen Jesco at the top tables for a while now.
Yep. Yeah, we just not been there.
It's kind of fallen off the radar. You know, I remember in the days of.
It won a lot of tournaments before.
Yeah.
It was not even under the radar.
Yeah, that's right. But now all of a sudden we are seeing a bit of a resurgence. It's time to head down to table number 1, though. Let's see what's going on there as we get underway with round number 2 of Modern. We've had our first round to get things settled in, and right now it's Julien Henry, as you can see, versus Stanislas Dichaussé, and Henry is opening up with the Mishra's Bauble, which gets a very clear image of what the deck is in my mind. Maybe you've got some advanced information
I know what
as well.
He's playing Suicide Zoo.
Oh yes, this is the deck that is attempting to do as much damage to itself as possible in order to power a Death Shadow. So, Death Shadow aggro, you might call it as well here. Death Shadow, of course, the 1-drop 13/13 that gets X, where X is your life total. So you can't even play it if your life total's too high. It'll just die straight away. But as you notice here, Henry's deck is basically built to take away his own life total.
Yeah, you get down to about 5 to 8 life in the first couple turns.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter.
I mean, it looks like Dichaussé's deck is also going to do that. Look at this green Stompy. We've got Strangleroot Geist. We've got Avatar of the Resolute. It might be a Green Devotion deck here, in addition to Rancor and Scavenging Ooze.
Yeah, this is not the deck that Suicide Zoo
wants to see.
He's scared. Oh no, he's scared of.
Oh, scared of. Go on.
No, they don't really care about that.
Okay.
Suicide Zoo is vulnerable to like mostly removals.
Yeah.
They don't have that many creatures to beat with, and it's mostly pump spells. So
no,
they
that's
don't
true.
want...
Yeah, we'll see here. Henry crack a Verdant Catacombs, probably get a Shockland, and get it untapped here, even if there's nothing to play. But no, that's a good point you make. That they've only got, say, Wild Nacatl, Monastery, Swift Spear, Death Shadow, these 1-drops, and outside of those, they don't have a lot of other creatures.
Yeah, they have like three more creatures, I think.
So Overgrown Tomb now. We're not going to see Death Shadow here. Or if we do, it'll be a very short stay indeed. Now we're going to see a Wild Nacatl. So 1/1 for 1.
Good deal.
Yeah, pretty good deal.
So it's a discount.
And it's over to Chaussy now for his first turn. See how he wants to kick things off. We did see his hand, no 1-drop for him. At the moment, his hand, Avatar of the Resolute, a Strangleroot Geist, and a Rancor, as well as a Scavenging Ooze. It's one of those 2-drops coming into play next turn, but for now, Henri is on the Cattle plan. Maybe fetch up a Sacred Foundry next turn to make it his little cat a 3/3.
Yeah, the games don't last very long with this deck because you either win very fast, and if you lose, since you take so much damage on your own,
Yeah.
you are
Truly a glass cannon deck. This is the way that things go. So here's a Bloodstained Mire, and we may see Sacred Foundry enter the battlefield here, which has the added advantage of nugging Henri for a few more. Oh no, okay, so it's going to be a Blood Crypt instead. So the Wild Cattle now a 2/2.
a cute 2/2.
And here's Mishra's Bauble once again.
So you want the Mishra's Bubble to fill your graveyard to power up
The Delve Pump spell become immense.
Immense, yes.
Yeah. So this is why we see Gataxian Probes, this is why we see Mishra's Baubles, just things that basically thin the deck. The deck is you know, you could say that between all these cantrips and that sort of thing, it's you know, it's only 52 cards.
Yeah.
Here is
Actually,
Mishra's
it's
Bauble.
less. It's 48.
48. Is there another cantrip?
Street Wraith.
Oh, Street Wraith as well, of course. Yeah. Yeah.
Look at me knowing all the cards.
Oh, mate, you're an absolute champion. I've always said so. Here's Mishra's Bauble. You can see on the screen. Bit of a weird one, this one. You look at the top card of a library and then draw a card at the beginning of the next upkeep. What's going on there? This is a drawing mechanic that was quite common in the olden days of Magic.
And yeah, Ice Edge introduced the cantrips.
Mm-hmm.
And since this is part of the old the hidden secret set of Ice Edge.
Yeah,
Ice
Cold
Edge.
Snap.
Cold Snap. So they use the same mechanic to on cantrips. You don't draw right away. You draw on during the next upkeep.
Here's Death's Shadow, and Scavenging Ooze is the response from Chaussee.
Yeah, it should be. It's probably the last turn here. If Julien has a Teamer Battle Rage,
Yeah,
or
that's where the magic happens. There's Death's Shadow. You can see
Death
at the
Shadow
moment
is only a 3/3 for now because Mutagenic Growth gives it +4/+4.
Yeah, Mutagenic Growth is real bonkers here.
Oh no, he just takes it. Wait. No, he just takes it.
Okay, Wild Cattle and Monastery Swiftspear, and now Henri is flush on creatures, low on pump spells. We saw that Thoughtseize take care of the Strangleroot Geist here.
Now it's tricky for Stanislas to attack because if he attacks, he's gonna pump the Death Shadow.
Yeah.
And on 13 life, any pump spell is likely to kill him.
And they're not running many. It's just the Mutagenic Growths obviously, and then the TBRs and the Become Immense.
Well, that's already a lot.
Well, in comes the Scavenging Ooze, all the same. You can gain a little bit of life here and do 1 extra point of damage. So Henri down to 7 now, which means the Death Shadow is already a 6/6.
This creature's a beating. Death Shadow.
And here's Avatar of the Resolute, so it's going to come into play with an extra +1/+1 counter on it. So 4/3 for 2 there, not too bad. There it is, Avatar of the Resolute. With
I'm not
Reach
sure
and Travel.
about taking out your own guy from your graveyard. I think taking out cards in Julien's graveyard is a little more important.
Yeah, to combat Become Immense.
Yep.
Yeah. Chaussee up to 15 here. Or to 14, I should say, after that life gain there. And Avatar of the Resolute holding down the ground at least a little bit, but here Henri on 7
Probably on 3.
and attacks.
He can go down to 3 life. So making the Death Shadow 10/10. So he has to block the Death Shadow. So he just has to block the Death Shadow.
Chaussee counting things up. Can also grow that Wild Cattle at instant speed thanks to the land as well.
So he's gonna take at least 7 on this attack.
But as you mentioned, Henri can go down to 4, just like that.
Yeah, Stanislas ate the gaze so we could get the +1/+1 on the Avatar. Well, now Julien does not have to do anything because he's dead on board.
So, Henri Look at this. He's
on 4.
He's already on 4.
It's 9, 10.
So
It's only 13. It's only 13 damage. But he can bolt him. He can bolt himself or bolt his opponent. Oh yeah. Well,
the team of Battle Rage will finish things off. Yeah.
18, 20. It's 23 damage.
23 damage. Seems to be enough here. And so that'll do it there. So you see here the Death Shadow aggro deck getting it done in very convincing fashion, you would say, from the outset. That was a turn 3 or turn 4?
I said turn 4.
Turn 4 kill there. Very convincing there. Team of Battle Rage, I mean, we saw it up and down standard when it was around, and it got a lot of work done. And just here, it's picked up Henri a win in round number 2, game number 1 for him. So well done indeed. Let's move over now to our second match, our backup table here. You can see there the players still seated, getting ready for their second game on the left. But on the right, it's time to check in with them. Let's have a look and see how things are panning out on our other tables.
Yeah, you were talking about Ancestral Visions.
And here they are. We've got a Grixis control deck up against a Jeskai Nahiri deck. And these two, both of them, yeah, as you say, playing Ancestral Vision. Really plays this card, has made an entrance back into Modern.
Yeah. Is it Dark Dweller? Yeah, Goblin Dark Dwellers. They're in the graveyard, I think.
I think maybe even they've been exiled here.
Yeah, or exiled or in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Very good combo with Ancestral Vision.
Yes, unlike Snapcaster Mage, which isn't able to cast it because it doesn't have a converted mana cost or a mana cost at all. Goblin Dark Dwellers, no worries, mate. 3 cards, the best Muld Rift you've ever seen. Here's Nahiri.
I think it does have a counter to mana cost. It's considered to have 0.
It doesn't have a mana cost though.
It doesn't have a mana cost.
No.
It does have a converted
mana cost, yeah. Okay, here is the Harbinger. So we're going to see here the players. So Gidam here discards Emrakul.
I like the flavor of this card.
Here.
I like how it's designed.
So Gidam draws a card, and then we'll shuffle this graveyard away. Of course, the Emrakul card.
I think you have to.
You can't shuffle away.
No,
you can't shuffle it away first because it's a trick.
No, it's. Huh?
You can't shuffle it away first.
Cannot.
Because the ability hasn't resolved
Yeah,
yet.
that's right.
So it goes into the graveyard.
Part of the cost.
Yeah. Well, no, it's part of the ability.
Yeah. It's not part of the cost. If it was part of the cost, then you'd have to shuffle.
Sure. Yeah. But it's part of the ability resolving, so it's not going to be. You don't have the option of drawing your own Emrakul that you immediately discarded because it won't get shuffled away. If the judge has just told them to shuffle.
No, because he played the. So what happened is, I think Frédéric wants Benjamin to have a chance to redraw Emrakul. So he activated Nahiri. In response, he played Colligan's Command.
Oh, I see.
So he got to discard Emrakul back in his deck, and then he gets to.
No, I didn't see the Colligan's Command there. All right, okay.
It's very little value, but can be relevant.
So we don't see an activation. Oh, we see the activation taking Nahiri down to 2 as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was a Nahiri activation there, but the Colligan's Command has knocked her back down to 4 loyalty.
Down to 0 card, I think.
That'll change next turn, of course. Drawing 4 next turn. Whoa.
If it doesn't meet Ramon.
Oh yeah, Remand absolutely backbreaking against Ancestral Vision, of course. Got to start the whole thing again.
Especially since Benjamin is drawing 3 cards now.
So, here we go. Ancestral Vision. Draw 3. Draw another one.
And draw another one with Nahiri.
So Nahiri up to 6. Guillaume will discard. Discards a Sacred Foundry. And draws another Ancestral Vision here. And in comes Celestial Colonnade. So Guillaume really getting on the front foot here. I did get a chance to see him play during the last match, and very confident player. Very assertive.
3 cards and 1 more.
So Moody also able to resolve his Ancestral Vision. There's Celestial Colonnade. Very powerful creature land here that enables Guillaume to, or blue-white based decks to close out an endgame. Very difficult to deal with given that it's got 4 toughness. Doesn't die to Lightning Bolt. and a Dreadbore now. We're seeing a move towards Dreadbore in these Grixis or Jund decks rather over Terminate because of the presence of Nahiri. And here's Kalitas.
The traitor.
Such a traitor.
So is he friends with the Eldrazi, this guy?
I think that's the idea, yeah. Sold him out, mate. Here's 4 mana. And it's going to be Nahiri again.
Just got land draw a card.
Gidam is done with his turn. It's back over to Muli now, who's getting close to resolving another Ancestral Vision here. This Kalitas is going to be a problem. Here is a Serum Visions. With Muli drawing now, scrying 2. So this Grixis control deck not in a position to take advantage of the new Planeswalker Nahiri, but still a wealth of very powerful cards.
Well, he's not playing Nahiri, but he's playing Dark Dwellers.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's very comparable, but these are different weapons.
So, Kalitas is going to come in. Nahiri takes 3. Again, Kalitas has enjoyed so much success in Modern because of his situation as a 3/4. I think that would be very different if he only had 3 toughness.
That goes for a lot of creatures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over time, creatures, 3/3 creatures would have been playable if they were 3/4.
Yeah. But just think about it. If Kalitas was say a 4/3, how different his fortunes would fare in Modern. So we're going to see Kalitas exiled here by the hidden ability on Nahiri. So Nahiri protects herself pretty well, although usually she takes a hit here or there.
Suffering a nasty blade blow.
Yeah.
From Nahiri.
Yeah. It's like the rest of Markov mana, stuck inside a wall somewhere. And here we see Guillaume really getting on the front foot once again, but it's going to be a Spell Snare on the Terminate. Now that Celestial Colonnade was declared as an attacker, which means that it could still be tapped for mana there. So if you're going to kill your opponents,
I don't think it was.
Based on the change of the life total.
Well, he could have done that before.
He could have done that before. That's what I was going to say.
But then Benjamin could have just tapped the other land.
But it is important to remember to target the opponent's colonnades before they attack. Yeah. Especially if they're tapped out apart from the colonnade, because it still can be used for mana given the fact it has Vigilance. Here's Snapcaster Mage. What are we going to see here? Serum Visions, perhaps?
Or Culligan's Command. Oh, Culligan's Command.
Yeah, Culligan's Command is a nice one.
Discard and kill Nahiri.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's super tight. So 2 damage here. And and can't return the Kalitas, unfortunately, for Muli because it is in exile. But I think he's happy to let Guillaume discard.
This is a flavor thing. How is exiled worse than dead? He's exiled, he can come back, right?
You could just walk back to where... Yeah, exactly, yeah. Okay, we see Lightning Helix being discarded here. Both of these players waiting on their Ancestral Vision. They've got something in the post.
Trading blows, that's game going one way and the other.
But Guillaume here, just getting in with that with this Celestial Colonnade, and I really like the aggressive posture he's taking in this game. Wanting to close it out quickly. He's just come off the back of a Nahiri Mirror in the first round, and it went on for a long time. He won it 1-0. So I think again we're going to see here, yes, an attack with the Colonnade. In it comes, and it's Muli down to 4 now.
Just the Colonnade blow away.
Yeah. Muli will have the chance to respond, however. Oh, no he won't. Here's a Remand. And that'll do it for Muli. He knows that he needs to find an answer. Doesn't even bother looking at the top card of his library. Perhaps a little bit premature there, but obviously going to be a really tricky spot for him to come out of, given the...
If he had another Snapcaster.
Yeah.
For Terminate.
Terminate in hand, or 2 Lightning Bolts, or anything like that, yeah, that would have been enough. But right now, It is Guillaume who has taken out the first game, so well done to him, and we'll move back to table 1 now and check in with our original match. We've got Julien Henry, finalist of GP Manchester.
By the hero.
By the evil villain. And Henri looks to be in a good spot here on 8 life. That's the metric. That's the metric. The 5/5 Death Shadow out.
Classic creature decks have a problem dealing with Death Shadow. It's just too big. They can't attack.
Yeah. And here is a
Leatherback
Bailiff to join the Experiment 1 and the Dryad Militant here. Up goes the Experiment 1, evolved by the 4/3.
4/5.
4/5.
Yeah, 4/3 for 3, not too good.
4/5 for 4/3.
4/5 for 3, a little better.
A little better. Doesn't do a lightning bolt. I thought I was so smart there by knowing the stats of Leatherback Bailiff.
No, you're not the green player.
I'm not the green player.
Ask the green player how they know Leatherback Bailiff.
Oh dear. All right. In that come, we're going to see a block here of Death Shadow. Obviously, Experiment 1 can can regenerate thanks to its evolve triggers.
But I think Julien wanted to take 3. Take as much damage.
Oh, yeah.
That might be the case.
So the Death Shadow now grows once again. It's an 8/8. And Henri with a full grip here. In comes the Death Shadow.
There's no green mana.
No. Yes. Yes. Okay.
So it's an 8/8. Oh, is there going to be more Death Shadow?
Yeah, he's Death Shadow number 2 and Death Shadow number 3 as well.
Right.
Look at that, wow.
There's a couple of...
Jeez. Blur, blur, blur.
Couple of 8/8s.
Couple of 8/8s.
Casual 8/8.
Just for one, no worries, no worries. And the walls are well and truly up here for De Chelsea. It's not so much green Stompy as green Tiptoey at the moment.
It's green Stompede.
Green Stompede, yes. He's the Stompy, not the Stomper. Rezitar of the Avolute?
Avolute, yeah.
The Rezitar of the Avolute coming down as a 4/3 once again.
No, I don't think it works. So he's wondering if...
it enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter.
Are you sure?
I'm not sure, no. And your raised eyebrows aren't making me any more certain.
I think it says Avatar when it comes into play.
No, I think it enters with.
Oh yeah?
I think we're going to see an evolve trigger happen here.
Okay, well maybe.
Nope. Okay.
Can we have the text of
let's have a look
of the Avatar?
Let's have a look at Resolute of the Avatar.
Avatar of the Resolute, yeah. Resolution.
Avatar of the Resolute, yeah.
Resolute.
Resolute of the Avolute. Here it is. It enters the battlefield with, so we are going to see the evolve trigger.
Yeah, you're right.
These nuts!
If it was the other way around, if he was... When it comes to play, add the +1/+1.
Yeah, if it were a trigger, then it wouldn't have worked, that's right. But no, it enters as a 4/3, so another counter on the Experiment 1 here.
So now Julien is facing the problem of attacking with everything, and if he doesn't win, then he evolving number 1, Experiment 1.
Number 1? Evolving 1?
Numero uno.
Numero uno, once
He's
again.
gonna attack back.
Pandering to our Spanish audience. In comes the Death Shadows once again. Get you for 30.
Because 8 times 3, no, it's 10 times 3, you're right. Again. Wow. A lot of sharp mind at 10 in the morning.
Mate, I've been sticking my head into a pencil sharpener all day. I'm ready to go. So Henri shocking himself with that stomping around like an absolute gangster here.
If he has a battle rage, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
A good fog would be in this situation.
Pretty good.
The good old fog.
Usually is. I think we're going to see... I mean, if there's anything you block with, it's the Experiment 1, surely.
No, but like...
Seeing as it can regenerate.
Yeah, but Julien's on 3 and he doesn't have any card in hand, so fog would not even save it. Because he wouldn't have it in hand.
Because he wouldn't have it in hand, exactly. So there's the regeneration shield.
I think the battle rage is coming down. Oh no.
Nope. Okay, kill these two.
And that's a bolt. No bolt.
No, Henri just wanting to clear the board. What's in hand?
Oh yeah, it's Swift Spirit.
Oh, and a Pyrite Spellbomb.
No, I think it's a Lightning Helix. Is it Lightning Helix? No. I don't see him.
-2 Swift spear here.
Yeah. And
man, something else.
If
Something
he
like
plays-
wavy
if he
lines
has
on
to-
it.
if he
Jeez,
has
I
to
can't
play-
see that card. What is it?
I think it's a helix.
Yeah? There's experiment 1. Currently a 2-2.
Experimentation.
You're going to see the block here.
And,
And then a handshake from Duchaussy. He cannot beat the Death Shadow. So Julien Henry with Death Shadow aggro manages to get there in game number 2.
That was a helix and step links.
And a step links as well. There you go. So, the step links, of course, being another creature that we didn't see from Henri just there. And you see there the action replay of the handshake. Well done indeed to him. But it's time now to move over to our second table. It's time for Nahiri versus Grixis. And so the latest form of the Jeskai deck. Rafs, again, something we haven't seen in recent times. We haven't seen the Jeskai decks been putting up numbers in recent months, but Nahiri's been a bit of a shot in the arm for any blue, white, red players.
It just goes in any deck pretty much. If you want to play, if you're playing white red, if you have access to white red, you can play Nahiri and Emrakul.
And it's it's a little package that I suppose one of the issues that the blue white red deck had was closing out a game in a timely fashion, and a lot of it came down to Celestial Colonnade or Snapcaster and Lightning Bolts. But now there's a value engine that also works on very quickly ending the game. I mean, Nahiri starts with a ton of loyalty, really difficult to get rid of altogether, and protects herself after a fashion. Has to sort of take a hit here or there, but can kill things that are problematic. The incidental artifact and enchantment removal is nice, a nice bit of upside in a format, sometimes awash with this sort of thing. So Guillaume here fetching out some shock lands. After Muli has just played three lands by the look of it without any other action going on. See, apart from an Inquisition. Inquisition looked like a discarded spell. And Guillaume here, just happy to continue developing his mana. I don't think this Nahiri Jeskai deck plays many basics. Be curious to know how it goes against Blood Moon. I guess if it can resolve a Nahiri through Blood Moon, then it's all good. Creeping Tar Pit from Wooly here.
Yeah, but you can destroy Blood Moon with Nahiri.
Yeah. And it's back to Moody. So both these players are staring at each other at the moment.
Ancestral Vision.
No Ancestral Vision, that's right. So no player wanting to be the first one to blink.
It's usually what triggers the hostilities.
Yeah, something like that.
Playing Ancestral Vision. Yeah, okay, well, this is going to be...
In 4 turns, we're going to have a big fight.
Something's going to happen.
Guillaume here.
It's not just a steering contest where no one is doing anything. Well, we're going to have to do something at some point.
So, Guillaume fetching out a Steam Vents. One thing I was curious to see last round with these Nahiri decks is players keeping certain cards in their hand, bad cards in their hand, to discard. And so often I think the players that I saw were really aggressively discarding lands. How many lands would you want to have before you start discarding every land you see to Nahiri?
Well, since it's only like two draws away from Emrakul,
yeah.
When you're facing no pressure, it doesn't really matter. It depends how many you need. It's not the old, like the control matchups are not the good old control matchup where you need the one who has the more lands will win eventually because he has access to more counter spells or more draw spells.
Yeah.
This is not the same kind of matchup. So I think 5 or 6 is fine. Is good enough.
Yeah? Not really. I'm surprised to learn that, but alright.
Well, if you having 6 or 10 or 20,
yeah,
it doesn't change as much as it used to.
Yeah.
When you're playing, sorry, I'm gonna name cards, job cards that are a little old school, but like Whisper of the Muse, where you need 6 mana to start drawing, 6 mana plus 2 to counter to draw and then counter.
Yeah.
And that was the good old times of playing lands, playing the Drogo game.
Yeah. And it's a little bit different in this situation. As you see a Lightning Bolt take care of a Creeping Tar Pit here.
Like the Drogo game is playing as many lands as possible.
first quarter. It's going to mean the Celestial Colonnade comes online once again. Guillaume is really getting on the front foot. I'm a big fan of this. Wanting to end the game nice and quickly. See what Milias has to say about that, if anything. Bit of a fetcherino going on at the moment. Thinking about whether it's going to be a blood crypt. No, okay. Has another thought.
Steam vent.
Steam vents.
Conduit de vapeur.
So I just took the words out of my mouth, mate.
I don't want to know the name in German. That sounds complicated. You know steam vent in German?
I don't actually know. Willie draws. Both these players sitting on a fair number of cards. I think both of them got very close to full grips. Six or 7 cards in each of their hands. Watery Grave. And Muli now with 5 mana. He's Goblin Dark Dwellers.
This one's going to resolve, I think.
I think we're going to flash back Inquisition of Kozilek here.
Oh, so here we go. So negate, timely reinforcement, spell snare, 2 lands.
There is Goblin Dark Dwellers, as you can see. A 4/4 menace that casts an instant or sorcery with a converted mana cost 3 or less out of the graveyard for free. Nice little value engine, and again gets in there as well. A fair chunk of damage every turn.
I like this card, Goblin Knight Rose. I think it's a very good design for a card.
Yeah.
It's not too good, but it's very powerful. So it asks to be built around.
Negate hits the bin thanks to that Inquisition here. And how things are going to shape up after this. Here's a Serum Visions for Guillaume.
Going to attack again.
Serum Visions number 2 now. Really having a think about these ones. I think I saw Desolate Lighthouse as one of the cards.
I can see.
Oh, looks like both are going below. So after having drawn a couple of cards here and scried around the place, Guillaume plays a forest.
That's a plains.
It is a plains. It's got a tree on it though, in my defense.
Yeah, okay. Get some weed.
But one tree a forest does not make a forest.
Yeah, you need at least 2. Wikipedia definition.
The Wikipedia definition of a forest is 2 trees, is it?
At least 2 trees.
2 trees next to each other makes a forest. Alright.
The small forest.
A small forest, but still a forest. All right.
The tree in the middle of something is just a tree.
It's just a tree. It's an attempted forest.
It's the beginning of a forest. It's still not a forest.
Still not a forest. Hasn't yet achieved foresthood. Alright. Guillaume on a plains. I mean, not much of a plains, but it's got a tree on it.
Well, if you have if you show one finger, it's just a finger. If you see 2,
yeah,
it's like the beginning of a hand. Like one finger is just a finger.
Okay.
Same thing.
That's also. I think it's a great analogy there. Really well done. A good point, well made. Here's timely reinforcement. It's going to gain Guillaume 6 life, 3/1/1s, so the full value here.
That's what we learned at school, man. That's what we do in French schools.
You learn about the collective properties of different objects.
That's why we're so smart.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, no one's doubting that. No one's saying anything about that, mate. Players frantically searching here for a couple of ones.
Trouble. 3.
Yeah, trouble is.
That's what we learned in the English classes.
Yeah? So it's a single, a double,
a trouble,
and a trouble. Oh, Guillaume still hasn't found them here. They're still looking. Oh, open up the deck box. Let's see what's in here.
Looking for clues.
Looking for clues to find. Okay, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
some kind of card here representing the soldier tokens. As you can see, Guillaume was able to cash in for the full value here. There we go. There's some nice looking soldiers. Going to hold off that those goblins if he wants to chuck 2 of them in the way. Of course, the goblins having menace, and here's a snapcaster as well.
He's going to play timely reinforcement again. That would not be very good. Oh, what?
But the spell snare is going to meet this this snapcaster.
Okay.
Has he tapped enough mana here? Did he tap for the snapcaster?
Yeah.
Because
it's 5 mana.
So the Serum Visions were on a previous turn. Yeah.
I think he played 2 on the turn before.
Okay. Not sure about that. In any case, here's a Colligan's command. From Wooly. Kill a soldier.
And
discard. It's an Arid Mesa. And it's back over to Muli now. Muli with 6 lands. Here's the 7th one. It's a Bloodstained Maya.
I'm not sure about that timely reinforcement. It seemed a little early to play it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they're gonna do much. These tokens are not gonna do much. And he didn't gain the life either.
He did gain the life. It's up to 19. He was on 13 before.
No,
he did. He definitely gained the life. Yeah. No, it wasn't just like the world's worst sort of raise the alarm.
Oh, okay.
No, he did get the full value of it.
Okay, never mind that.
Yeah. No, he's already taken a hit off of the
Dark
Dwellers, so he was down to 13 before.
Alright.
So all is forgiven?
Yes, it is.
Was a very, would you say that the casting of the card was...
Yeah, that was
timely?
Timely, yes. Timely night.
Back over to Guillaume now. No attacks from Wooly. Playing it very conservative here.
Yeah,
And now Guillaume again getting on the front foot with this Celestial Colonnade by the look of things. 5 mana. Wake this old boy up. And then it comes. Wooly takes another 4 down to 10 here.
So now you can see the downside of playing Dreadbore over Terminate.
Yeah.
I think he's holding a Dreadbore.
Snapcaster Mage. And is it going to be Colligan's Command once again? Yeah, one of the most disgusting cards to flashback, Colligan's Command. Just the value you can ooze out of this card is insane.
I don't understand why he didn't attack with the Dark Dwellers if he had the Colligan's Command.
It didn't make a lot of sense there. I'm not sure why what was going on. Certainly he needs to be aggressive to match Guillaume's posture here. Serum Visions. Draws, scries. What can he find?
It's 13 minutes left in the round, and it's only 1-0. So if Frederic wants to have a shot at the
definitely needs to start
getting the 3 points out of this round, he needs to
really needs to pick up the pace here. You're right. Needs to be a little bit more action here from Wooly. At the moment, just fiddling around with the top of his library thanks to the Serum Visions, but there has to be a little bit more action coming our way here. See what his plan is now. Really having a good old think about these ones. I can see a Creeping Tar Pit as one of them. Didn't get a good look at the other card. Looks like they're both going underneath. One going on top. Okay. Here's 5 mana.
Another Dark Dweller?
Nope. We're going to see an attack. Alright. Immediate trade of the soldier with the Snapcaster Mage.
Feels like the last turn attack was a little like not attacking was not.
Here's the Goblin Dark Dwellers once again. It's casting Serum Visions, so Muli gets to draw the card that he scribed at the top. I wonder if Guillaume's playing any Detention Spheres. Tasty. So 2 cards going below decks now with Muli. Looks like he might be done for his turns. Back to Guillaume.
You like? I know you love the mismatched cards.
I'm a huge fan. I hate it.
The mismatched
colors. I hate it. One on the top of your screen there, I think, being the buyer box promo for Oath of the Gatewatch. You're nodding. Okay. Agreement from Raphael Levy here.
100%. I don't know.
100% don't know.
Yeah. I know the Dark Dwellers. I don't know what they do.
You know it's a card.
Yeah, I know what it does.
Yeah.
That's all I know. I know what they're from.
I saw a promo of Abrupt Decay, actually.
I don't care what they're from, man.
Yeah?
They're cards. Just like any other, yeah.
Just like any other, yeah. I don't see the world like that, man.
Yeah. Well,
I saw a promo of Abrupt Decay out there. I wasn't sure what that was from. It was maybe from a dual deck, I think.
Maybe it's from the WMCQ.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a Celestial Colonnade activation once again. Guillaume really getting involved in the live total of Muli here, hitting him down to 5. And these Jeskai decks have that much burn in them as well. Lightning Bolt, Lightning Helix, this sort of stuff. That Muli could be staring down the barrel of a gun here. Muli draws, again scrying 2, and both of these go straight to the bottom. This is much faster. It's better stuff from Muli here.
Dreadbore, Mana Leak, and I think it's Snapcaster Mage. Yeah.
And a polluted Delta, it looks like, hanging out at the back. All these lands in a disorganised pile. Patrick Shape could be tearing his hair out here. Snapcaster Mage. Are we going to see another Serum Visions?
Well, it still has the... still have a blue mana left, like the blue mana open.
Yep,
it does.
Serum Visions, draw a card, and scry 2. It seems to me like Muli is really looking for something here.
He's looking for a Terminate, but I think it doesn't care too much about the Terminate. He can still take 4, go down to 1. He just needs to,
Snapcaster Mage meets a Mana Leak. And we're going to see a Spell Snare on the Mana Leak. So no Snapcaster Bolt though for Guillaume here. But it looked like Guillaume was really hoping to end the game on that turn there.
That's Pass to Exile. If that's Pass to Exile, then he's
So we're going to see the activation of Celestial Colonnade once again. And a Path to Exile will end this game if that is what it is. But it doesn't look like that's what Guillaume had. Oh, it's Celestial Purge.
Oh, look at this. The 4 damage is becoming really, really relevant. The no attacks at one turn.
Yeah, that attack that last... I mean, that attack the other turn could have turned things around here, although it could have been blocked by the 2 soldier tokens, in which case the Colligan's command could have gone upstairs. Any way you slice it would have been very different. Here's a Tasiga.
Oh, yeah.
So Tasiga looks like just leaving just lands behind as well, so Muli is really wanting to flip something special here.
Like, what do you do here? Do you do it during your turn or during your opponent's turn?
Just do it straight away, right?
No, you do it during your opponent's turn. What if you do a Terminate? Oh, yeah, you get it.
You get a Mana Leak.
Yeah, you get it in hand anyway. And that's game, I think.
In comes the...
Yep, cannot do anything.
The Goblins once again.
Oh, that attack, man.
Missed the attack.
I don't know why you didn't attack on that one turn.
Celestial Colonnade once again, and that'll do it. There we go. So one attack missed by the... or not missed, but chosen against by Muli. Ended up costing him the game there. Maybe it could have been a little bit different, but that Celestial Purge taking care of things and guaranteeing Guillaume gets in to the W. As we bring it back to the booth, ladies and gentlemen, still here with Ronnie Knight alongside my friend and colleague, Raphael Levy, the Hall of Famer. It's great to have your company as well. Just colleague. Sorry, just colleague. And it's great to have your company as well, friends around the world, wherever you are, or just viewers, whatever you prefer as well. Patrick Dickman's going to step in to the booth for the first time today. See him out there sucking down a coffee. He's in great spirits. The Modern Master's going to join us and talk us through some of the stuff that's going on for round number 3 here at Bazaar of Mox and Madrid. I'm looking forward to seeing more Nahiri. We haven't seen Emrakul enter the battlefield just yet. Haven't seen the Flying Spaghetti Monster get her work done. But it's only a matter of time, given the number of harbingers we've seen around the tables. And you're hoping for more Death Shadow aggro,
hoping
maybe?
for like other stuff.
Just other
like,
stuff?
So,
just forests being tapped?
Robots.
Oh, Affinity,
Not
yeah.
Affinity,
just actual,
combo decks.
actual literal robots?
Yeah, combo decks.
Okay, alright, well, we'll see how things go. Right now, however, we were talking about the Flying Spaghetti Monster. Emrakul is back, of course, on Innistrad. So let's have a chat about some of the cards we're going to see in Eldritch Moon coming up very soon, of course, the release date bearing down on us. We got the chance to sit down and have a talk about some of the cards that are coming the way. We'll be cracking open in boosters in just a few weeks. Let's have a look at some of them now. Time for some Eldritch Moon spoilers here at Bazaar of Mox and Madrid. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back very soon.